Son of a baka. How could this happen to me? I'm cold. I'm evil. I'm soulless. There's no shine in my eyes. Like, I'm serious, bruh. There's no turning back. I don't know what to do. Uh, um, well, it sucks. It sucks. Maybe someday I'll be saved. Maybe by God. Hey guys, it's Big Soprano. So, I feel like I've lost my spark, and my spark has been gone for like years at this point. Let me explain. Like, spark as in, like, my joy. Joy is one of them. Spark could mean a lot of things, but I feel like, joy is one of them. Uh, hmm. Confidence is one of them. If you have your spark, I'm like, I'm so confident. I have my spark. Oh, what is that? I don't know. That's just my interpretations of the word spark used in this sentence. But like, I feel like I've lost my spark, and I I lost it a while ago, and I don't want to sound like uh, that's because it's corrupted. It's all glitched. I don't want to sound like that guy on Instagram. I don't want to sound like some guy that's like a school threat. What I mean is, I kind of just, I don't feel much. I, 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 I lost my spark when I became homeless. Like, being homeless, it's probably the loneliest feeling you could ever feel. Like, ever. That is, like, crushing loneliness and just, paranoia. You're not, you could never be safe if you're homeless, even in, like, a shelter. That shit fucking sucks. I never want to go back to that shit. But, like, yeah, I remember one day, I don't know, for a few days, well, just on random days, my friend would pick me up and we'd just hang out for maybe like an hour or so and just talk about like life. And I don't know, one day, I was absolutely crushed by something because I was homeless, like who wouldn't be crushed by something? And he pointed out like, I feel like you've lost your spark. And you know what, that's probably true. Like, after a lot of trauma, I don't think you could feel again. Bruh, is that what I mean? Does that mean anything? Does that sound smart? I don't know. I feel like the days just get duller and duller. Like, especially since I don't really do anything with my life. I just, I don't know. Like, I feel like everything feels like a chore. There's nothing back then I'd always have a favorite video game, like probably like monthly or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm always playing the video game, and of course I'm talking about video games again. I mean, this is a video game channel. I'm literally playing Mario right now, but I always talk about this, but like, man, playing video games feels like such a chore, and it's not as fun anymore. I feel like my spark for like my spark for video games has been lost, but like I'm still very interested in it. Like sure, I'll watch a video about like, the fall of Mario or something like that. I'd watch something like that. But like I don't actually want to play the games, and it just doesn't bring me as much like joy as it used to, or dopamine, I guess. And things just never been the same since I was homeless, because a lot happened 2 years ago. A lot. It was like a domino effect. Like shit happening after shit happening, like a lot. It was like a domino effect, and I did drugs and then went homeless. And that's not a good combo. I was very unstable. I was super unstable when I was homeless, and I don't know, man. I just felt so crushed. just by being homeless, and it felt like no one cared about me. And I don't know, I've been crushed ever since. Obviously, I feel better, right? Who wouldn't feel better? You know, no longer homeless. I feel like anyone would feel better the second they get a place. But, yeah, things just don't hit the same, you know? That's basically what this entire video is about. Nothing hits the same anymore. And I don't know. I wish it was different, you know. Basically, when I was at that friend's house, I was having like an existential like crisis, or like an identity crisis, and like I felt ashamed for literally everything about me. Like, you know, like liking Mario. That was actually one of them. I'm not even joking. I was ashamed for liking Mario. That was one of them. And dude, that I felt so crushed. I just felt so crushed. You know, obviously there was other stuff, but like, you know, just all that stuff, like it was crushing and it sucked. But you know, things get better, I guess. You know, that's what they always say. I don't know, like my having like, you know, being my smart being gone or whatever, that feeling, like it's like a reoccurring feeling. Like, you know, like sure there was like points in 2023 where I was having fun, and after I was homeless, you know, like after I got, after I fixed all that shit, you know, after I stopped being homeless, like obviously there was some fun that I've had when I was finally able to, like I was like so disconnected from everything, like disconnected from like playing video games or listening, well maybe not listening to music, I don't know, or you know, talking to friends, you know, and it felt good to finally, you know, do all the stuff I used to do again. But then it just kind of like stopped, and nothing has felt the same ever since. And like, basically the video title, I feel like my spark is gone.